Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. Today is November 12th, 2025. It is exactly 1 day before the 3-year mark of the tragedies that occurred at 1122 King Road. And it is quite astounding that so much of the investigation into those crimes that happened years ago is still sealed from the public, as is much of the criminal court file against the sole person who was ever charged by the Moscow Police Department and prosecuted by the state of Idaho with having responsibility for those crimes. Much of that court file still remains under seal months after Mr. Kohberger pled guilty and the case was closed as it was in July of 2025. I'd like to call to your attention one document regarding what may be some key information that is still under seal from the public. This relates to sequence number 300. It is a report that was written by then Sergeant Dustin Blaker, who was involved instrumentally in the investigation into the crimes at 1122 King Road. He was promoted, he is Captain Blaker as of the date of this report. This narrative is entitled Texts Between Myself and D and B, and we're going to see that there is initials further on here that this is DM and BF, the two surviving roommates, in my opinion. Under the evidence section, it says here, I have electronically attached the digital text between myself and D and B. And in using the present tense, this would mean that the texts were attached August 27th, 2024, and not before. What does the narrative tell us? On August 27th, 2024, I received email from MS in reference to a discovery request 407, text communications between DM and myself, and 408, text communications between BF and myself. I went through my phone and found the text conversations I had with D and B back in 2022. I took screenshots of the texts and I have electronically attached them to this case file. I have also sent digital copies to M for discovery purposes. Other, I certify or declare under penalty of perjury pursuant to the law of the state of Idaho that the foregoing is true and correct. And this is signed Captain Dustin Blaker, August 27th, 2024. And it was reviewed by Corporal Brett Payne, August 28th, 2024. If I could interject a few comments, a few opinions here as we do. In stating that Captain Blaker on August 27th, 2024 is taking this action of going back into his phone and looking at text messages that he had between the two surviving roommates, one wonders if that would have ever even been disclosed if the defense had not asked for these items in discovery. Because this narrative is telling us that that information was then produced with reference to these two separate discovery requests. Secondly, the date of this, August 27th, 2024, discovery under seal from the public, the court in Idaho versus Kohberger right now is pondering a determination whether matters from January, February, and March of 2025 that have been sealed from the public, including discovery, should be unsealed, should remain sealed, or should be sealed with redactions. It will take many more months before the issue of items in August of 2024, and these texts are considered for possible disclosure to the public at the rate the court is going right now. If you have any thoughts, any comments, any opinions relative to this matter, please leave them here. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.